All right, let's just have this very important conversation for a minute or two about autism acceptance, neurodiversity, and then helping children who are struggling with autism. Because it's not an either or conversation, it's an and conversation. And we live in this world that is so obsessed with or so obsessed with dividing people instead of supporting people. And now oftentimes with the autism acceptance movement, within this conversation around neurodiversity, they will attack those who are simply trying to help. After 2 decades of being blessed and called to help thousands of children with autism and their families, I can tell you that the daily challenges they face are many, and they're severe, and they're significant. When we look at a child struggling with autism and getting deep into the multifaceted root causes and the multi-component neurophysiological real challenges, health issues they face, it absolutely robs those kids and families of their quality of life. They struggle to go to Target or even out to eat. They don't get to get on a plane and go on vacation. They don't get to go to sleepovers and hang out with friends. They have a hard time making friends or keeping friends. Or when it's really severe, level 3 nonverbal, they can't even communicate with their own families and tell them the struggles, the issues they're feeling. They can't fall asleep at night. They can't stay asleep at night. They can't get their stomach to ever stop bothering them, no matter how many restrictive diets and thousands of dollars of supplements they go on. Their immune systems are completely dysregulated and they're sick all the time. And then they're just stuck with this constant sensory overdrive. Certain foods, certain clothes, certain smells, certain sounds just drive their brain crazy. Pick one of those and you tell me whether you would want that in your life. One of those, half as bad. How would you feel about that? Would you seek out help? Would you look for someone to find the root cause, address the root cause? See, we don't need to look for a cure for autism. We don't need more treatments for autism. We need to care more. We need to have more compassion. We need to dive deeper into its root causes, plural, figure out the sequence that it's the nervous system that gets thrown off track first, then the digestive, then the immune system, then the motor system, then the brain, social, emotional. And we need to get to work on that first. Again, not treat, not cure, but just support. Because when kids start sleeping through the night, when they start having better digestion, when their immune system gets stronger, when they can handle more sensory transitions, and then often, not in every case, but often, when their speech and communication and socialization comes back and they can go live life again, well, that's worth fighting for and supporting and accepting and loving these patients, because goodness gracious, we sure do.